where like as a advanced society, we do have to worry about how we interact with each other at a certain level.
Yeah.
I don't like it when people call me retarded.
Yeah.
But I also like to say the word retarded.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite things to do when I have the time is to argue people who use the word clean eating.
Yeah.
I know what they mean.
Yeah.
But I just like to be a shit about it sometimes because it's like, what do you mean eat clean? I don't eat soap.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you talking
Fucking
about?
Tide Pods?
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to drink detergent.
Yeah.
Clean eating my ass. Give me a fucking steak.
Yeah.
Because, like, media.
Yeah. Full disclosure, none of these takes are, like, original or I'm not a free thinker. I'm, like I said multiple times, fucking retarded. But, and then my brain just shit the bed. But so like, yeah, like we're so interconnected. I think it's going to ruin, the way people interact. And I know I'm bad, about text messaging and like phone calls and whatever.
I'm the worst.
Like I don't see the fucking cell phone as like carte blanche to like contact me any time of day. Like
you have to separate
yeah,
your availability.
Like I have people that'll call me and they're like, "Hey, you didn't answer my phone call 20 minutes ago." And it's like, yeah,
because I'm fucking busy.
I have other things to do. Like just because you can call me doesn't mean I have to answer your fucking phone call. And
right.
if people feel so entitled to your time and like you're always connected, like no matter what. And I think there needs to be some like separation between.
So I think about that a lot actually, because if you look at the generation, so we're both like, where does that put us? Like mid millennials or something like that.
I can't keep up with any of that
so,
shit.
Well, right.
Yeah.
But we're something like mid millennials. Like
Yeah.
we're not. The earliest millennials I think are like mid 80s and mid 90s are the latest. So like we're kind of like mid late.
Yeah.
Millennials, and the generation before us grew up almost entirely without internet.
Yeah.
I mean, it existed, but it wasn't in the public. It wasn't public domain or not. It wasn't in our hands. Like it is
you
now.
Don't have a fucking jack in your house.
Right. I was a teenager when the internet became. I was around early teens when the internet really became when there was like more than 5% of people online.
Right.
It was, and I was in my teens when I finally had like a cell phone.
Yeah.
And it was very basic and not like it is now. And I see like you have an entire generation of people who have now grown up interfacing with the internet entirely with cell phones and iPads.
Yeah.
They don't even use desktop computers.
Yeah.
It changed so fast. The generation before us never even used computers.
Right.
And the generation after us doesn't use computers.
Right.
They use computers, but not computers as we knew them.
Right.
And they are never offline.
Never.
They can never escape.
No.
And I feel bad for them, actually.
Yeah.
You see kind of like, if I had a shitty day at school, I walked home.
Yeah.
And it was gone.
Yeah.
Because I had no more contact with anybody who was a piece of shit to me at school. But these kids now, it can be 3:00 in the morning and someone will message them on Facebook, "Hey, faggot."
Yeah, exactly.
And you can't ever get away from that.
Yeah.
You can never escape it now. They can harass you 24/7. You can't just turn it off.
No.
Because it's always there.
And
you have to.
It's almost like into, I mean, the generation, like you said, just after us, or even seeing like can't fucking go to a restaurant without kids sitting on an iPad. The thing that fucking blows my mind, and my wife is whole hog into it, is like self-checkout and like the iPad at the fucking restaurant table, and you're ordering off that.
I am not a trained employee, so whatever I walk out with for free,
yeah,
not my fault.
I don't fucking understand it,
because I'm not your employee. You didn't pay me to scan this shit.
Yeah.
Fuck self-checkout. I got a whole rant of fuck self-checkout.
Fuck self-checkout, and the other bullshit thing, I think it just blows my mind how people aren't blind to it. They sell it to you as a convenience, but you're doing their job. It's like when Geico or whoever's like, oh yeah, submit a claim on your phone, take all your own, like, you're just...
You got rid of the agent.
Yeah.
There's no insurance agent, but you're paying the same to do their job.
Exactly.
No, fucking you come take pictures of the car. I'm going to the hospital.
Yeah.
Dickhead. Like
I don't understand how people were sold on paying for a service that you do. Like,
and I think even in reference, even in like terms of pop culture, there is a thing we are missing with delaying gratification.
mm-hmm.
Not having what you want when you want it all the time is reality.
Yeah.
And people now are shielded from that reality. So even something that seems seemingly innocuous, like, I can only watch this cartoon 8 a.m. Saturday morning.
Yeah.
That's the only fucking time I can watch this. I can't watch anytime, so I have to be there on time to watch it and experience this in the moment.
Yeah.
And then it's gone.
Yeah.
And I might never see it again. It doesn't exist anywhere in my sphere of influence. I can't get my hands on this. Maybe I can record it and watch it again, but I will never see another new one unless I come back at this time when they air it.
Yeah.
And now it's like I have everything. I mean, I'm not going to say people are less happy than ever. I don't know if that's true or not, but that you have everything you could ever want whenever you want.
Yeah.
Nothing has any value.
Yeah.
You binge watch an entire show in one sitting and then it's gone.
Yeah.
You no longer have that to experience anymore.
Right.
You could make an argument, with books. You could read the entire book in one sitting and it's done. But I think a book is an entirely different way of mentally experiencing something anyway, that it's a different thing. And it seems so pointless, right? Like, who cares? You watch it all day, you watch it all now. But I just think there's something to the mentality it breeds when your whole life is on demand.
You have to, like, with a book, obviously, you have to kind of work to extract the information. It's not just a passive, like, experience. Like, you have to be engaged with it. Like TV or movies or whatever. I just throw shit on for background noise. I don't even pay attention to it. It's just, but you can still, like, engage with it, but, like, without, like, putting any work forward. Like, you talked about the instant gratification thing. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense just it's like sugar,
Right.
It's just instant, your body's like, yeah, let's use all this.
In and out.
Yeah. And I mean, I understand it, but it blows my mind that people don't. How many people could you have a conversation like this with and be like...
There's a lot of people I feel, not that they're not brain dead, but they've literally been catered to for their every desire.
Yeah.
Anything they want to see. Even things like pornography.
Yeah.
I remember, like, being young, almost like knee shaking to a fucking Playboy.
Yeah.
And...
Yeah.
Now you could go watch a chick fuck a donkey in 2 seconds if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
Like that was kind of the shit of legends.
Yeah.
I heard in Tijuana they fuck donkeys.
Fucking Faces of Death. I mean, that was kind of like a generation before me, but, like, that used to, like, somebody would have a VHS tape and it would get passed around. And
right. It was like this one, like, that's how I saw, like, CKY for the first time. And stuff. Shout out to fucking Bam Margera. What a goddamn wreck.
He's a fucking
love you,
tight.
bro. Not really. People who eat meat make arguments against hunting. And they say, why don't you just go to the grocery store? Like, where does that come from?
Yeah.
Where does it come from?
Yeah.
It doesn't come from the grocery store. They don't grow cow meat in the back and bring it out.
Not yet, but...
Well, yeah. But I mean, like, they don't... I think almost as a requirement to eat at fast food restaurants, okay, fuck proof of vaccination. You should, to eat meat, you should have to have a proof of animal slaughter card where you've actually slaughtered and cleaned an animal and you've taken its life and then eaten it. You should have to do that to eat food.
I completely agree.
So you understand where that comes from. So when you're in there ordering, like, because this, I try to make this not like anti-vegan or like whatever I feel about vegans or whatever is, if they're misguided or not. This is even more like even like the super like right wing, like I love freedom and give me all the meat. Yeah, but like you ever kill a chicken?
Yeah.
You ever wring its neck?
Yeah.
Or you go to KFC and you order the shit by the bucket, you tub of lard,
Yeah.
but you've never fucking
never done it.
You've never actually appreciated what you're doing.
Yeah.
The slaughter in that food. If it's entirely fine when you kill the animal and you respect it.
Yeah.
You know, you like. I'm not saying you have to be on your knees and thank you, brother chicken, for this bounty every time, but you should be not. You should have that.
There's a certain level of like appreciation for like what you do. Like recently, I kind of got into it. We went to Mexico for vacation, and I'm normally like a whiskey guy, and of course they don't have like they get like Jim Beam and fucking Jack Daniels, and like I hate both those. So I was like, oh, try tequila, and like got way into it, and it's like, actually, this stuff is really good and it's really fun. I feel way better. Like I don't like.
Maybe it's because I'm on that
18 dummy juice.
Yeah.
that fucking Jose Cuervo is all
Yeah.
it was. So I mean, I think I drew that or whatever. I think it was the Cuervo, and
Yeah.
I just fucking was like,
That's the fucking nasty. I like Hornitos. Yeah.
I don't know anything about. I'm so out of drinking now.
Yeah.
Like when I go in and I see like all the flavors of shit, I'm like, there's no way any of this tastes like anything other than gross, disgusting,
Yeah.
rubbing alcohol and piss.
Yeah.
Like it's like birthday cake vodka, raspberry vodka. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way it tastes good.
No.
People always swear to me this shit's good. It's like, oh, it's like apple pie whiskey, and then I like
Fuck
taste
that.
it, and I'm like, oh, it tastes like whiskey. Like,
I will. So it's dumb, but it is like an acquired taste, I guess, because I can sit down. I got like, it sounds super hipster of me, but I got like way into bourbons for a little while, and trying all kinds of different ones, and like, you can like when people, oh, you can really taste like the cherry in this one, or you know, there's leather or fucking tobacco, you know, notes or whatever. It's like, you spend enough time. Like,
Romanian cow urine.
yeah. Like
My favorite.
There is a fucking level. It sounds really dumb. It is really dumb. But to like be able to sit down and like analyze a whiskey where like I could hand you like that dude had a tequila that was like, I think it was almost $1,000 for the bottle or whatever. And I could hand you Jose Cuervo and a shot of this stuff, and you probably couldn't tell the fucking difference. But like, I can sit there and it's like, oh yeah, this one is better. Like there's an $800 bottle, and then there's a $60 bottle. Well, technically the $800 should be better, but the $60 bottle's
I'm
better
like
for
this
my
with
palate.
I'm like this with cottage cheese.
Yeah.
First off, fuck Land O'Lakes. So I used to like, so I follow these bodybuilding forums, and they're all like, oh, I hate cottage cheese. And I like didn't fucking understand it. How can you hate cottage cheese? Cottage cheese is the shit. It's so good.
Yeah.
And I had always been eating, you know, I ate store brands and all kinds of random shit, but I never ate Land O'Lakes cottage cheese, which is probably pretty prevalent in the U.S.
Yeah.
I tried it once, and it was so bitter and gross. I'm like, oh shit, this is why people hate cottage cheese.
Yeah.
Dude, I was never a cottage cheese snob until I hit that point.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'll never again eat that shit. You gotta, you know, if you want to go to that mid-level, you go for the Kemps.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
go for the Kemps or the Daisy or something. But if you want that quality shit, it's called a good culture.
Yeah.
It fucking tastes like mozzarella.
Yeah.
How could you fucking hate that?
Yeah.
It's like delicious.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god. I eat cottage cheese by the tub.
Yeah.
Like before I go to bed, because I think I suggest you search cottage cheese dreams, and then see. Just I'm not fucking with you.
Yeah.
Just see what people say. I kind of want to look it up now because I used to find people. There's something. I don't know if it's the casein protein or something that's like a slow digesting protein. So you like fed all night.
Yeah.
I eat casein before bed, and I have the most vivid dreams.
Yeah.
Most fucked up, like in control dreams. And I searched one day because I'm like, dude, I swear to God, I eat cottage cheese before bed, and I have like fucking dreams where you're like in control. The fucking
lucid.
Yeah, the lucid
Yeah,
dreams.
yeah.
I would have lucid dreams from cottage cheese, so I started searching it, and I'm not alone.
Oh really?
People would eat cottage cheese and like, oh, does anybody else have nightmares when you have cottage cheese? And I'm like, I'm not fucking crazy. It's real.
I should
This is a real phenomenon, and I think if you were a pseudo, like even like almost like a pseudo psychonaut,
Yeah.
like conduct a cottage cheese before bed experiment, just eat a fuck
The
ton of cottage
heroic
cheese,
dose
right?
of cottage cheese.
trying to find the right dose of cottage cheese to take me like to break the barrier. What do they call that? The breaking the barrier.
Breaking through.
I start seeing fractals and shit after.
Speaking of lucid dreaming and wild shit, sleep paralysis.
Oh, fuck that.
Have you had it?
One time.
So
it was
fucking tight.
No, dude, it was horrific.
Oh
I couldn't move.
I
was
know.
like, dude, I hate this.
I fucking leaned in. So the first time it happened to me, I was sleeping on the couch in our living room. And the fuck happened? I like was asleep and I like shot up, sat straight up and looked to my kitchen, and there was a fucking apparition in the kitchen window. I was like, oh, what the fuck? So I just laid back down and then was like frozen. And it was like, I could hear, like I was having auditory hallucinations, like bombs going off, and like I was like frozen. And then I had just learned about it and I realized what it was halfway through.
And were you like able to like control it?
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah. And then it happened to me again, and I knew immediately when it was happening. I was like, oh, I'm about to have sleep paralysis. I was like, fuck yeah, let's go.
This is rad, dude.
Yeah, no, I'm not even joking.
Move.
I'm like laying there. I'm like, oh, and like all this shit's going on around me. I'm like seeing shit. I'm like I'm in my.
Is it cheating if the apparition molests you?
I
just a question.
I don't know.
Just a fucking question.
I'm like, it was almost like augmented reality. Like I see my kitchen and I see my living room, but there's like streaks of like light going across, and like people like screaming at me, and like it's the fucking wildest thing. But I'm like, fuck yeah, let's lean into it. And I'm like, the only way I had this thought, and I was like, the only way I can get out of this, wiggle your big toe.
Oh, the only way through is like the power through. That's the only way out.
But like, yeah, I'm just riding this thing, and like it's just that scene from Kill Bill, like when she's like wiggling, and I started to slowly get out, like feeling back in my extremities, and like it like flowed up, and like I could move my head, but I couldn't move my arms, and you could just feel it like coming back. It was fucking wild.
So it's actually weird we brought this up because I had this conversation with a coworker today that I've always been a super vivid dreamer.
Yeah.
I never feel well rested when I sleep because I dream intensely every night.
Yeah.
And I remember almost all of my dreams.
That's crazy.
And he's like, that's weird. And I'm like, no, I've always done that. I solve problems in my head.
Yeah.
I invented a dog leash in my dreams. I'm working on patenting that shit, like a fucking outdoor dog chain. And like it's weird. I always have these really intense dreams, but I never really lucid dreamed until like I was a lost teenager, like looking for shit.
Yeah.
And I used to do, like listen to tones while I was sleeping. I don't even remember what they are.
Yeah.
144 hertz. 752 megahertz or something. And you would just listen to the raw tone while you sleep.
Yeah.
And then what you're supposed to do is in real life, like before you go to bed, walk around the house and do a very specific thing every night, like knock on your door frame. And then when you have a dream where you're at the door frame and knock on it, it'll trigger you to wake up in the dream, but you won't leave the dream, but you'll become completely lucid.
Yep.
And I used to do shit like that. And I don't remember having any terrific success with lucid dreams except once. And I started flying. And I flew over the ocean. And it was the most incredible fucking feeling I ever had in my life. I was literally like wind in my face flying. Except it was so loud in my ears I had to stop flying. Because I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And my sleep paralysis pretty fucking bad.
Yeah.
But I just remember like not being able to move and like something walking around me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, fuck that.
Because I had a buddy who he gets it a lot, and it's like debilitating. Like he can't go to work the next day because like it freaks him out like that bad.
Yeah, because you feel like something's gonna eat your soul or whatever.
But like
the light within me is its food, and I can't move.
It's so I don't know. I won't. Ever since I like the last time when I was like, yes, fuck yeah, like it hasn't happened to me since, and it kind of bums me out. But like,
Well,
I don't know. I tried to explain to my wife, and she's like,
The fuck? That is. Why is that fun? Why is that fun?
I was like, I don't know.
Well,
But
you know what? While we're on the subject of dreams, what made me believe in higher power, I won't necessarily say afterlife or heaven or hell or anything, is dreaming. And definitely multiverse. I have frequent dreams where I'm me, but I'm not me.
yeah.
So like what I mean is I'm me and I'm still me and I know I'm me. But in my dream, I'm entirely someone else. I might have black skin, or I might be another, but it's still me. So I fully believe in like a multiverse theory.
Yeah.
Like it's just another me out there. And I'm
Right.
seeing. I used to think when I was younger, like I'm seeing the future or the past. Like, oh, that's my future or that's
Yeah.
my past or whatever. But now I think I'm just seeing another me's
You're-
perspective.
Yeah, you're looking through a.
And I know that sounds totally insane.
No.
But I had that realization with how many dreams I've had where I'm myself but not me.
Yeah, because like doing like psychedelics, like doing a bunch of mushrooms or like doing like there's like a certain level where like yeah you break through and things just become more clear, and when it's not hard to make those leaps to where it's like, oh yeah, is a dream going to another astral realm and like living a different life, or is this the dream? Like again, this is not like a new concept, but it's like there's a certain level of like psychedelics that will get you to a point where that stuff makes fucking sense,
Right.
and
So
you can build off of that.
and I'll even like say I've never even done psychedelics. I do, of course I really want to do DMT. I've always wanted to.
Yeah.
But I never even did. But I'm actually at points sometimes where my dreams are so vivid I can't remember if it's a memory or a dream.
Yeah.
I'm like, did that even happen or was I just dreaming it? And it happens too frequently to be comfortable. And I start to believe in that it has to be more. I guess there's nothing logically saying it has to be more, but in my mind, it has to be more than the chemicals in my brain making it up.
Yeah.
Because where is it pulling the shit from?
It's
Where
not-
is the data coming from generating an entire world
Yeah.
where I'm me living in it?
And the crazy thing is having a shared experience of like a dream or like a psychedelic trip. Like, why does everybody have the same?
Like the archetypes in their dreams and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like they see, because like you hear about, yes, people who do like DMT always talk about the elves and the same.
Yeah.
Like, why are they seeing the same shit?
Yeah.
If it was just hallucinatory, they wouldn't see the same shit. Because
Right. Your brain would manifest something else.
I've interacted multiple times with real like schizophrenics.
Yeah.
And they don't say the same shit.
Right.
They're always on some wild,
Yeah.
they're on some wild adventure in their own mind. Like this is different where people are seeing the same things.
Yeah.
You could maybe argue because it's the same compound acting on the same receptors, but in terms of if you're saying like dreams are nothing, you shouldn't be able to make things up that your brain doesn't already know.
Yeah.
You shouldn't see new things in
Yeah.
your dreams then. So you shouldn't see new things in hallucinations. And maybe you're not. Maybe you're seeing things you've already seen just differently, either with
Yeah.
more or less detail.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be that, but in my case specifically where I'm not doing psychedelics, I'm literally dreaming I'm an entirely different human being or something that I've never seen, never met,
Right.
and living a life I've never had. But it's me, and I know, and it's this gut feeling where
Yeah.
I'm still me.
Yeah.
And
there's-
me, I'm
yeah.
like-
There's.
Fucking traveling through. It's like Jet Li's the one, but I can't kill myself for power. This fucking sounds like Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. It's fucking
Damn dirty
wild.
apes. Fucking. Well, anyway, that's why people should eat a lot of cottage cheese before they go to bed. Just fucking
Bring
try
this
it.
full circle.
And it's also good for gains. So you should lift some weights, eat a fuck ton of cottage cheese, and you can trip balls while you sleep.
Yeah.
I would never steer you wrong.
Yeah.
I'd never steer you wrong. I'm telling you, I'm giving you the real shit right
The
now.
real shit.
It's the real shit. Who else tell you to do cottage cheese is psychedelic?
You just gotta figure out which one is the best.
Get the
psychedelic.
4%. Get the 4% because when it tastes better, and two, you need that fat content. Don't get fat free. It ain't gonna work. You're missing all the nutrition. You're missing the fucking the world will take you to the next level.
Kemp's.
Right? Fucking good culture. You should fucking give me some free cottage cheese because I'm fucking broke and I love your shit.
We're soliciting for sponsors already.
So like on that tip, I was for years harassing Pop-Tarts via social media. Please sponsor me. I wanted to be the first Pop-Tart sponsored pro athlete, and I was competitively powerlifting. Yeah. And I had like a whole mock like blue leotard with the Pop-Tarts logo on. I'm like, please, not like a unit, like a fucking wrestling. Unitard or whatever the fuck it's called.
Like a singlet.
Singlet. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Like, I had a mock-up of a singlet because you had to wear them, and it was like a Pop-Tarts branded one, and I'm like, dude, just you don't have to even do anything. Just say me. I'm sponsored. And I would love that. I would represent this brand. I bring Pop-Tarts everywhere. I eat Pop-Tarts in between sets at the gym. Just fucking.
What's the best flavor?
Yeah, I go classic.
Okay.
With like the brown sugar. I do like the not the hot fudge, it's like a chocolate brownie one I really fuck with, and a couple milkshake ones that are really good. And one of my favorites is the Walmart exclusive apple pie one.
Dang.
Yo, that shit is fucking bomb.
That sounds
great. I've been clean from Pop-Tarts for about 2 years now. But I'm a recovering Pop-Tartaholic. But I don't need 600 calories of fucking garbage everything. But I fucking love Pop-Tarts when I'm legitimately training super hard and I don't really want to eat. I just eat Pop-Tarts. Yeah. And it was the shit. I'd be in a powerlifting meet, and I would eat Pop-Tarts in between the flights to stay up.
On some of my really bad Monday mornings, I'll walk over to the juice stop and I'll grab a smoothie and a cookies and cream Pop-Tart. And that gets me through the day. I'm so hungover. I'm just like, yeah.
Pop-Tarts are fucking fantastic. I mean, I know they are made with like just the fucking worst ingredients on planet Earth, but there's just something about them where it's like, oh, I fucking love this. Yeah. Especially after I toast them or I freeze them, and I'm just like, oh, these are the fucking.
You know what I do, and people think I'm fucking weird.
What's that?
I microwave them.
I've done that with there's a couple that are really good in the microwave.
Yeah,
like the hot fudge sundae ones.
Yeah, it like softens up a little bit. Yep. And it's like, I think it's way better than out of the toaster, but I don't eat them that often. But
I like the little burnt crispy parts when I toast them. That's where I get that crunch and that little like. Pretend I'm fucking camping or something. Yeah. Like, it takes me to a better place for 5 seconds. Like
fucking s'more ones.
Yeah, I those are amazing.
Yeah.
So I toast them at work, and it's got that little crisp. And I bite it, and all of a sudden I'm transported by the lake. It's a campfire, and like I live this lifetime in one bite, and then I come back to reality. I'm like, fuck. So I eat another Pop-Tart. It just doesn't stop because I don't like where
chasing
I'm at.
That fucking dragon.
Can't stop eating them. Because it's the only thing that makes me feel good, and it's the only thing that gives me fulfillment in life is eating Pop-Tarts. So that's why I harassed them on social media. But I just couldn't get them to respond. I had a pretty good campaign going for a while. I'm like, hey, everybody tweeted this guy. Like, fucking just acknowledge me.
Yeah, that's all.
A little bit. Like, I'm competing. I'm winning. I'm fucking winning.
I'm doing this for you, Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, I'm a champ, and I will represent your brand. Pop-Tarts is the fucking food of champion strength athletes.
Yeah, they're missing out on a great marketing plan.
They fucked up. You fucked up, Pop-Tarts. Could have had me. You could have had me.
Could have had them.
I'd have brought you to that next level. Fuck Wheaties.
Yeah.
Who put Bruce Jenner on a Wheaties box? Fuck that. Like
having your face on a Pop-Tart box?
Oh, dude, I'm having my face on a Pop-Tart. That's what it's about. It was print me on that bitch.
Have your own flavor?
Oh, fuck. I don't even know what it would taste like. I don't even know.
Cottage cheese and peanut butter?
Oh, shit. I don't know how I feel about a cottage cheese Pop-Tart. That would be fucking fantastic. I just put extra, like, just put chocolate on mine and like fucking call it a day. Of things. I'll preface this by saying, so if you're currently in the midst of addiction, just fucking keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't stop.
Yeah.
Or you have to stop forever.
Yeah.